feel like maybe I can do a live to see those who can come to the live. Welcome to the live. Maasai with a camera here. For those who can look at time, I am in my symbol abode. In my symbol abode. Those who can come to the live, please welcome to the live. Share and tell me anything. Where are you? What time you are watching? This is Maasai with a camera. This is the front view of my place. Just eating maize here. This for maize. Just eating corns. This is my power bank. That is my simple home. That's the source of light in this house. That is the door. All the way. That is me. You can clearly see me relaxing here. I'm looking for people to come to the live. So far, nobody has come to the live. Where are you, my people? Where are you? Come to the live session now. Oh, where are you? You're not coming. Welcome and keep the privacy and abide by the community guidelines. 2 minutes and no one has even come to the live. You people should be serious. You people should be serious. Where are you, my people? What do you want us to discuss? I was looking at Clarice, and Clarice is one of the fast growing YouTubers in Kenya. Welcome to the first person. Welcome. I'm just informing you that welcome to the live. Tell me where you are watching from, and you can also give me a topic of discussion. Clarice is one of, is it Clarice? She's now first you grow YouTuber in Kenya, and she's actually bound to go to so far, bearing in mind that she was a chief in African, and right now that she has her own channel, she has actually been monetized within a day, and we are looking forward for her being an extremely successful YouTuber, and that is the dream of every other YouTuber, to be monetized within a day. So welcome to the Maasai with a Camera. This is a rare life, an evening light that I've just chosen to engage you because I have nothing. For those who know, this is where I reside from. This is my home. That is the friend of my home as a teacher in rural Kenya. This is a call home. You can always look at it. And that is me. I'm just relaxing. I've marked the exam and I feel like if you ask question for me, I can answer you. And maybe you can hear to the hyena. Mostly such a time, you hear the hyena. Where I am, hyenas are so common. They come outside my place here, they make noise. They have actually set some cages within the school compound where I stay, and the hyenas have set up some cages there. And the funny thing about this hyena is during the day they don't come out of those nowadays, not a cage but holes they have dug, and they are not the one who dig the holes. The hole is dug by another creature known as Olmeshiridama. 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 I'm just relaxing. Family friends, I'm just relaxing, and I feel like I can engage you people in this moment. Where are you watching, family friends? If I have said your name correctly, kindly let me know where you are watching from and welcome to the live. I'm just said I am free, and maybe I can just engage you people in a live, tell you about the hyenas that roam around my home, and possibly if they come around and they make noise, what is the name of the hyena noise? The hyena noise is, so they make a lot of noise outside my house where I stay. Before I went to their life, they were outside making noise, but when they hear me talk, definitely they disappear. One thing about hyena is they are very fearful animal. They don't confront. So welcome to the life. So I will say the Claris channel, for those who know the Claris, that is one of the fastest growing channel, have been monetized. And every time they post a video, the channel definitely is growing extremely well. So you can ask me any question. When you ask me a question, I can definitely be able to answer. I go by the name Maasai with a camera. And Maasai with a camera, I got the name Maasai with a camera because I have a camera. And this is my camera. This is my camera. So I have one camera and I call myself Maasai with a camera. You can also guide me. I know the Maasai culture is not so wide, so it will not cover the whole of the content throughout. So this is the camera and this is the Maasai in me. So this is Maasai with a camera. So this is my camera. And a symbol of every single other Maasai, every single Maasai must always have this one, the red, the red. In Kenya, we call shuka for those who are in Kenya. And Maasai is all again, hi again. Hi again. I keep saying hi to you. Hello. And this is a Maasai with the camera. Nagi Kuba stick or hi. I'm happy and enjoying your presence in this live. So what do you want to know about me? You can be free to ask. Yeah, Grace Ifari. The Maasai people are in Kenya, we call them, those are the most cultural people. And being the cultural people, we are the only so we are so we are the most undeveloped. So we have not developed by culture. We still stick to our culture. And I come from Kenya, East Africa. In East Africa, a place known as Narok. Maasai people reside in there are 47 counties in Kenya, and Maasai people reside in four of the four counties. Narok County, where I come from, Kajiado County, Laikipia County. We also have some in Samburu. Samburu are close cousin to the Maasai people. So when you hear the Samburu, and also Nairobi is a Maasai name that you mean Nairobi. Nairobi in Maasai mean cold. So Nairobi is a cold Nairobi. So it is a cold place. And if you look at the altitude of Nairobi, it is actually about 2,500 meters above sea level. And on the upper side of Nairobi, you'll come across Ngong. Then when you go to Ngong, then it will connect you all the way to Narok County before it takes you to Nakuru. And then from past Nakuru, Nakuru is also a Maasai name, mean Akuru. Akuru in Maasai means to give that something like boiling. And if you look clearly at Nakuru, Nakuru is a place with so much dust, and there's also a lot of volcanicity. So Maasai people normally give name based on a clear message. So that is the Maasai people. For instance, my name is, other than Maasai with a camera, that is my online name. My name is Ledama. Ledama. Ledama simply means I was born at daytime. When a person is born at daytime, that is from 11 a.m. all the way to 2 p.m., 3 p.m., is known as Ledama if it's a man. Ladies, maybe they would call him her Nasiegu, Nasiegu because he have come early. But for a boy known as Ledama, if a person is born between 3 p.m. all the way to 5 p.m., we call them, if it's a boy, we call him Lesho. And if it is a girl, Nalosho. Lesho simply means you have been born when the cows were outside. And that is the Maasai people for you. When the child is born between 5 p.m. all the way to 6, 7 a.m., 7 p.m., 8, 7 p.m., around there, you are, if it's a boy, you are known as Leteipa. Leteipa. Leteipa simply means you have been born at the evening. Leteipa. So that is the other thing about the Maasai. So if it is a girl born at that time, you have delayed. You are, the girl is known as Naimutiei. Naimutiei. So that is about the Maasai people. And the other thing about the Maasai people is the Maasai people are animal keepers. Animal keepers. So many national parks in Kenya are found in Maasai land. For instance, Maasai Mara National Park is owned by the Maasai people, is owned by the Maasai people. That is, it is within the Maasai people. Yes. Grace Fari, so I'm good at storytelling. Thank you so much. Yeah, I have to engage you and be able to communicate to you so that, in YouTube, I must be able definitely to tell you the story and I must be able to make you glued to the discussion. If I tell you the story of the Maasai whereby we use a harrow, a bow, not a, what do you call it? This one, a spear. When I spear your home, when I come to your home and I put a spear outside, it means I have all the rights in your home. So what made you record? I'm just recording this video so that I can also share this culture of these people known as the Maasai. Very soon you'll see me wear the Maasai clothing. You'll just put myself the bead on my head. I will also to put now more of these shukas. I will take off this what we call the Western shirt and dozen, and we are going to sing. Like in Maasai, we sing lale 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 heya. Irayo kosu lale me ureda Yeru neginda bayi olala shengo wangseda ayo iya iyo aleyo iyo ayo iya iyo aleyo iyo. So Masai, we are very very cultural. We sing a lot. We also take care of animals. We are a very united community. We respect elders, and in elders in Masai is a very what do you call use of proverbs, a proverbial community. For instance, you have been told, you know where you are coming from, but you don't know where you are going. A cow is as good as the owner. That is the Maasai proverb that says, another Maasai proverb said, Mikiyar etoking don't beat me before you sit and have a discussion with me. Mikiyar etoking benare. That is also another Maasai proverb that says, don't accuse me before we do what? Before we have a discussion. And that is also another proverbial part of the Maasai. The other thing about the Maasai said, meru olenkaina ilala lenyana. Meru olenkaina ilala lenyana simply means no matter how heavy are the elephant tusks, they will never be a, a baggage or a problem to the lion. Meru olenkaina ilalalenyana. An elephant cannot be burdened by its own teeth. So that's another one of the proverbs that the Maasai people use and say olenkaina nyo. Olenkaina simply means what? Olenkaina is meaning the elephant. Olenkaina. Olenkaina is enkaina is the hand. So Olenkaina is that hand. So the elephant cannot be defeated by its own what? Its own task. So that is why we call this Maasai community is one of the most interesting people. We live in a house known as Manyata. A Manyata simply means a resident, a Manyata. And the Manyata form of housing is it is built in a circular manner. Circular manner in the sense that there is no iron sheet on top. We simply use wood. We use skin on top of that house. And the most special thing about this house is it is made by ladies because ideally the Maasai people have being pastoralists. Men go to look for their animals, and the ladies are left behind to take care of the homes. They make the homes, and their homes being made by hide and skin, they just simply put the hides on top of folded, folded what? Folded trees. So the Maasai people, that is now how they live. But currently also, we have also developed, we have left that culture. So largely the culture has gone, but I will be making an effort to visit those places and record for you that culture. For those of you who saw me in Mayabuanse, I am a father, and and my son asked me, if you want to go to Nyabohanse, yes, Grace Ifari, you said, what type of food do Maasai people like to eat? Maasai people like to eat meat. The Maasai people are meat eaters. Maasai people also drink raw blood. Maasai people are also now currently, they are also taking ugali in Kenya. So ugali, but the staple food for the Maasai people is meat. We slaughter a cow, and we can be able to dry that meat, and then the meat is eaten in pieces. Interesting. Blood of what? Yeah, we eat blood from our animals. Like we just take us, there's an arrow we take, and we hit at the vein here on the neck of the animal. So there's this part of the neck, and then you hit it. That type of, we use as type of an arrow, which is short, as big as this. It is so a small part of it, so that when you hit the vein of the cow, it does not go deep inside. So the arrow is made in such a manner that the part that will hit the cow is so small. I'll try to get the type of that arrow so that that small arrow will hit the vein. When the vein is hit, then blood will ooze out. When the blood will ooze out, that blood is collected. And that blood is not going to be boiled. We just take sticks and then we roll the sticks. So that is, now we have the stick that have things like claws like this. And when you have those things like that claws, then we twist very fast. When we twist, that blood, when that blood clot in that stick, it becomes solid. Then you just pick that solid and then you put it in your mouth. If you had already have some meat there already warm, you simply eat now the blood and the meat. And so Maasai are meat eaters, and we also take raw blood. So we use raw blood as Maasai community, and maybe currently because of also we have Islam now in our country, like yeah, in our community, maybe also for those now who profess the Islamic religion, no longer now use the meat, the blood. We also have unique a unique stage in the Maasai community, whereby for every male Maasai, you must have a special friend. You must have a very special friend. And this special friend, you are going to have a special bull in what you call Olkitenglol Ba, a cow for in Ba is total blessing. So there's a special moment. It's a very special moment. I doubt blood. Is it tasty? Do you like it or yeah? So for us, it is become just part of our food. Yes, it will become tasty. So if you just make it clot, if it clot like that, and then you eat it, it just becomes sweet. And for us, it is just sweet, and it is becoming now in form of lumps. So when you in what do you do when you have that stick that has claws like this? When you rotate it very fast in your own hand, that stick will collect the blood, and the blood will become solid. And then from that stick, from those claws, you're going to get off the blood, and then you're going to consume. So we eat blood. So surely we eat blood, and we simply hit it from by having a hit here. So we look for the vein at the neck of the animal that you want to have the blood from. You tie the animal, and mostly the animal that you are going to get the blood from must be extremely healthy. So we also adhere to those rules. And those are just part of our culture as a community. We have accepted it. We eat the blood. But currently also the government of Kenya and Tanzania are also and discouraging us from eating blood, because basically we can get infected through now the issues of any diseases can be transmitted through the bloods, and so we are we are not so rigid about being part or being consuming the blood. But largely, yes, blood is our meal. We eat blood. Blood in Maasai is known as osarge, osarge, osarge in Kiswahili known as damu, but in Maasai we call it osarge. So when we to get the blood off from that vein, he said angoru osarge, angoru osarge, to take blood out from those veins, and that is part of it. So this is now the symbol of the Maasai community. This is what we call olkarasha, olkarasha ama ositi. Anything else about the Maasai people that maybe I can be able to give you a small hint? I was telling you there's a very special bull. Yeah, we are now coming up. So the Maasai people, do you have a cultural sports? Yeah, we are learning. I think in August this year, it's only that I don't have money. I could have taken you to one of the event, cultural event in Nairobi, and that cultural event has been named as Esiangiki. And the entrance fee to that cultural event, if only I had money, I could have really gone there and possibly be able to show you. But known as Esiangiki. My way to Nairobi, I would require maybe in term of Kenya money, I will require close if my way to Nairobi, I will require maybe I will need 3,000 to Nairobi one way, and then back another 3,000, then become 6,000, and then the payment to the place to the cultural event is about 2,500. That's what I saw. It is 2,500, and possibly maybe I will require another. Doesn't become 8,000 or about 8,000, and then maybe another use in Nairobi. Possibly with 20,000, I can be able to be in that event and I can be able to show you that cultural event. So there's a cultural event, and this one now is being organized by, because we have also come to the world, we have seen other communities organize cultural sports. We have a cultural event in Nairobi this August, should be date 2 or there somewhere. We have a cultural event in Nairobi known as Esiangiki. If you can also remember, we have had one of the biggest Maasai Day, and normally the Maasai Day in Kenya, it is celebrated. So it was done in Kajiado, and then it came to Narok. After Narok County, it is now supposed to go to Laikipia County, then go to Samburu County before again going around. Because in Kenya, the Maasai people are found in Narok County, Kajiado County, Laikipia County, Samburu County, and part of Baringo, whereby we have our brothers known as Njams, Ilchamusi. Ilchamusi, that is around Lake Baringo. So around Lake Baringo, that's on the eastern side of Lake Baringo, you're going to find people who are also related to the Maasai, known as Ilchamusi. We actually speak the same dialect, what we call Ilma, Ma, Maape. Somebody mean Ma community, a Ma community, Maape, Malotu, Madolita. So when you speak, the Ma community has a lot of Ma, Maadei, Ajoito, Maape. So that's why we got the name Ma speaking people. Mayo, I don't want you. Maabe, 20. Manyor, I don't love you. What else? So because of the several we have now become the Ma speaking people. So the language of the Maasai is shared by the Maasai. And among the Maasai, there are so many clans. So many clans. For instance, in Narok County, in the entire Maasai community, we have 7 clans. Moitani clans, Wasingishu clan, Syria clan, Ilpuruko clan, Lord Ogilani clan. Those are 5 of the clans. We also have another clan in Tanzania known as, so those are the 5 clans in Kenya. And we have another clans found in Tanzania. Let me, I will get the clear names and I can be able to share to you so that I don't give you some other names. Outside the Maasai clan, like where I come from, called Moitanic clan. It is found in Narok County. And then Uasin Gishu, and then Syria. So the clan in Narok are Uasin Gishu, Moitanic, Syria, and Ilburugo, and Lord Ogilani, who now touches Tanzania side. So that is now about our clan. community, it has a lot to display. Even our dressing, we wear a lot of beads. We find that our ladies put on some beads. We have beads meant for the men and beads meant for ladies and even for the young ones. So that is good about the Maasai community. You can engage me. But as I say, the Maasai culture may be exhausted. That's why this channel, as much as I will do Maasai culture, I will also definitely look at other cultures, other discussion. Like I was telling you that I can also have a discussion on what is going on in the world today. Because if I concentrate purely on the Maasai community, definitely it will be so heavy on me. Because if I special Maasai alone, it will become a bit hard. Like if you look at my channel, Maasai with a Camera, you can look that I look at the culture of the Kikuyu community in dowry payment, and they told me they pay their dowry in the form of goats. And they said some people pay 100 goats, others pay 99 goats, and others pay 130 goats. But the thing is, a lady dowry is only paid equal to what the mother was paid or less. You cannot pay more than what the mother was paid. And so if the mother was paid 99 goats, then you can only pay 99 goats for that lady or 98 or below. And if they did 99 goats, it simply means they say the word 99 goats. That is now the Kikuyu culture, not the Maasai culture, because I tell you, I will have to integrate all the cultures and all other things. I can also show you the town tour. Like, for instance, I was in Nakuru town, I had to show you about the town tour. I also have a very unique thing I got when I was traveling along Nakuru Kericho Road. I took an aerial view of the most dangerous road. So I'm saying if I concentrate so much in Maasai culture, then I will run short of content to display to you. So I will do Maasai culture fine, but if I get another chance to do something else, I will also do it so that we can be able to grow, so that we can support our channel. For those who feel they can support the channel, always feel free. From my own channel, I have always shared my number plus 254 726 372 055. And that's what become part of the channel. You can share me, you can share the content. You can also monetarily support me. For those inside the Kenya, outside the Kenya, you can always contact me so that we can support. But if somebody come up and said you want to sponsor me to go to the Maasai Culture Day, I will definitely go. It will be on August. It will be on August. So if you sponsor me to go to the culture day, I will go to that culture day and I'll be able to bring you what is inside the Maasai culture. So welcome to the Maasai culture. Welcome to the Maasai Center. That I am the Maasai community today. I hear the animals outside, the dogs around making noise. We come from Eastern Africa. That is Eastern Africa, Kenya to be specific. And the Maasai, despite coming from so many counties, they are also coming from two countries, that is from Kenya and Tanzania. So the Tanzania Maasai and the Kenya Maasai. Actually, where I am here to Tanzania is about in 20 kilometers, I am in Tanzania. If I go in this direction, 20 kilometers, I am in Tanzania. So simply, you heard for those who are in Kenya, you can see somewhere that there was a collapse of mine in Lolgorian. It's just around this place because this place now connects to Tanzania, and that's where now the mines have collapsed on this other side. So welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. It was just a rampant life. It was just a life that was not prepared for. And said you can always ask me anything. Gracie Fari, anything else we can ask? Who has asked question for me? Do Maasai people also have a cultural sport? I have answered that. I doubt blood. Is it tasty? Do you like it? Sure, we like it. We grew doing the blood. It was part of our life. So blood, damu, or sarge. And then thing I told you the Maasai is a very proverbial community. When we have a conflict have precedence. And maybe the law was buried, so the lawyers have maybe borrowed a lot in the Maasai community. We have to call precedence in matters handling in the Maasai community. If I have an issue, then somebody issue was resolved in that manner. And they will tell you, when person X had this issue, we took